recently revoked will be reintroduced to further drive down prices of medicines to make them more affordable to patients, and to assist the pharmaceutical industry some financial reliefs to make medicines more available and accessible. This is important because medicines affordability, availability, and accessibility to patients is a good recipe for health and for wealth for the nation. Mr. Chairman, I have practiced for over 30 years. I have practiced pharmacy for over 30 years across all the political regimes, and never have I ever experienced the sitting honorable minister responsible for health commending our organization and recommending that patients with poor quality of life arising from comorbidities and side effects of medicines should come to Kofikrom pharmacy for support. Having experienced it before. That free advert championed by the Honorable Pharmacy is worship. And that proper execution of good pharmaceutical practices and principles result in quality, efficacious, affordable, and accessible medicines, which eventually offer better therapeutic outcomes for patients. The better health outcomes enable patients to contribute their quota in society. I dare say that good health is synonymous to good work and good worship. If individuals have good health, they can work better and they can worship better. For the past 30 years, I have been researching the pharmaceutical supply chain and have concluded that the supply chain can be more effective and efficient if we also pay attention to storage and transport of medicines in Ghana. Storage at approved temperature and humidity condition is a sine qua non for quality and efficacy of medicines. Kofikrom endeavors to comply fully with regulatory requirements by controlling the temperature and humidity in all our storage areas for medicines. We have installed the needed accoutrements to ensure appropriate storage conditions for medicines and thermohygrometers that measure the temperature and humidity of our storage areas at all times. We therefore can say we are regulatory compliant in the requirements for storage of medicines. The transportation of medicines is another key parameter which I feel we should consider seriously as a country. Medicines are not ordinary articles of commerce and should not be transported anyhow. International best practices show that, and this I can cite when I was working with Mr. Paul Lamberts in the Apotheke de Winterziekenhausen. I quite remember Brokerself used to bring medicines in the night. So they had a key to an auntie office. They just opened, they put the medicines there. And by the time we come back, the medicines are there. Medicines are not ordinary articles of commerce and should not be transported anyhow. International best practice show that the transport of medicines are always done in temperature regulated and controlled vehicles, or are done preferably in the night when the temperature is low. Rampant temperature excursions for medicines during transport do not afford the right storage conditions for medicines and has to be checked. Individuals who trek by selling medicines in vans with no temperature regulation and controls do so at the expense of quality and has to stop. My prescription is that all deliveries of medicines should be customized. That is straight from the supplier to the client. And such deliveries should be done in a professional and regulatory approved manner to afford quality and supply chain efficiency. Kofikrom complies fully with regulatory requirements for transport of medicines from our approved warehouses to all categories of clients at all times. Mr. Chairman, in conclusion, permit me to reckon that I have categorized human existence into 3 phases. Phase 1 being the period of conception and pregnancy, to delivery, through growth and development till end of tertiary education. That's phase 1. Phase 2, being the period where the individual becomes independent, starts work, makes money, marries, and takes care of family. And phase 3, where the individual retires from active service and plays the advisory role till he dies. I'm currently in the second phase of life, and I can say with experience that one of the most important periods of our lives is during the formative stages, where individuals are so vulnerable and dependent and need real help. I can remember the contribution my parents offered during our most vulnerable stages, and hereby salute them for the incalculable sacrifice and support. Nana Medase. If my mother is watching from wherever, Mommy, I thank you so much for the support. My organization has recognized the super contribution of our parents by immortalizing them on our wall of fame, in our administration department, and our wholesale facility at this very location at Southland. The second recognition goes to my father's special brother and friend, Mr. Paul Jan Nicholas Lamberts, who accepted me as one of his own and trained me in a special hospital pharmacy department in Davington. This happened after my school of pharmacy program in 1995, which offered invaluable skills that I continue to use till today. Kofikrom recognized the special contribution from Mr. Lamberts and has christened this whole edifice in his honor, the P.J.N. Lamberts Office Complex. I also want to acknowledge the sterling contribution from my maternal grandmother, who, in spite of her deficiencies, was able to support me and my sister is here, for the first 10 years of our lives. That period was very uncertain and challenging indeed. She, however, was able to sail through the uncertainties to afford us very good support from all fronts. For that reason, Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, Kofikrom has decided to recognize her unique contribution by dedicating this special retail projects to her honor. Mr. Chairman, with all humility and reverence, I acknowledge the contribution of my beloved fairy grandmother, Oba Penny Felicia Akusia Eja Kubia, who has gone to be with the Lord. And we affectionately called her Mami Akusia. This special recognition of Mami Akusia's contribution is divine and has to be acknowledged as such and respected at all times. You will also find posted in the retail pharmacy the mathematical emblem of infinity, representing the Almighty God, who is the supreme Godhead in all we do. And at this commissioning and dedication ceremony, we duly recognize his omnipotence, omnipresence, and omniscience in all our affairs. Indeed, the Almighty God makes all things beautiful in his time, and hence we are grateful to him for making this project possible. Finally, let me thank all of you for your participation in this special ceremony, and may the Almighty God bless you most abundantly in all you do. Before I say, Mr. Chairman, let me say that as a token of our love, we are going to share very special gift items from Kofikrom. It's a testament of our quality consciousness, what we aspire to do for you. We have given you samples to just go and try. My brother, the president of Africa Arm Wrestling Federation, talked about Kibuset. Kibuset is a fantastic analgesic, painkiller. That is combination in nature. 3 products put in one. So if you have pain, you just try it and see. We're asking you to try us and prove us. When you try it after 3 days and the pain is not gone, you see your doctor. If it's just an ordinary pain, you are good to go with Kibuset. We have K-Cold. We are in the cold and flu season. So if you have any cold, please Try our K-Cold and see how efficacious and quality it is. We also have balm. K-balm is an analgesic balm for your aches and pains, joint aches, etc. Even if you are tired and you want to relax, you want to sleep like a baby, you give the K-balm to your wife to do a massage for you, and you will sleep like a baby. We also have products that the Honorable Minister indirectly wanted to advertise, but because of professionalism, he just decided to route all requests to Kofikrom for them to come here to experience our professional service. We have Talgentis, Tadalafil for gentlemen. Talgentis is a fantastic formulation. Very cheap, affordable, accessible, available. And it's very good for people with comorbidities. Hypertension, diabetes, if you do have, and you are on medications that is weakening you. Weakening you. Yes. You take the Talgentis and it will strengthen you. Try it and see. And all these we have put in this beautiful package for you for free. Mr. Chairman, finally, we think COVID is gone, but COVID is not gone. I quite remember when I was in Doha, I was at the duty-free shop and I was buying something, and a white lady sneezed onto me. I wanted to buy something, and she sneezed. From that time, I've had colds. So the COVID is not gone anywhere. So as a token of our love and our appreciation of your participation in this very wonderful, momentous occasion, we did a hand sanitizer. We call it quality KW, quality care hand sanitizer. So wherever you find yourself, you just sanitize before you pick, before you eat, before you touch certain parts of the body. We believe that this will help you keep healthy so we can see you again and again. I thank you very much. God bless you.
So, a bigger round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for the CEO himself of Kofikrom Pharmacy, Dr. Kofi Ado Ajekum. A big round of applause for the CEO. So, because we have men and women of God in our midst, I will attempt to link something that Dr. Ajekum did to a word in the Bible. For those of you who remember, do you remember the text that says, "Do you see a skilled man good in his works?" What does it say next? Exactly. Do you see a skilled man good in his works? He shall stand before kings and not mere men. Other versions say, not obscure men. See, at the very moment he started talking about his products, I almost said, you should have been on a ballot box. No, sincerely, because he spoke with real conviction. And it's testament to how far Kofikrom Pharmacy has come. We are here today because of conviction, because of depth of knowledge translated into action. We have seen the company grow from 1 to 50. That is growth. Seeing medicines grow from 1 to over 100. That is growth. The kind of things that as a country we should celebrate. These are the kind of things we should emulate. And so, Dr. Ajekum, thank you very much for practicalizing the things that we need. When I was coming to this event, I was asked why I was wearing white. Somebody asked me, "Anna John, what would be your man?" He thought I was going for a naming ceremony. My naming ceremony, for that matter. But what I told him was that, you see, today I'm going for a naming ceremony of another special bird. Kofikrom's ultramodern pharmacy is born today, and it's named and it's commissioned. And we are all witnesses to it. Many years to come, we will see the various other branches that will open across the country and indeed across West Africa. We will all understand exactly what goes or what went into the company selecting the colors that go into its brand. So for those of you who are not very much marketing people, orange has a meaning, white has a meaning, blue has a meaning. I only chose to wear white to match with one of them. But white has its meaning standing for perfection. And for those of you who are here to listen to the chairman's opening remarks, he also brought out the second meaning of white. He talked about integrity, and that is honesty. So Kofikrom promises you integrity in its operations, and it promises you perfection in its operations. Kofikrom is telling you in orange that you can expect optimism and enthusiasm when they engage you. You can expect the warmth, the personal touch in the care. When you see the blue, be reminded of stability and wisdom. And so, ladies and gentlemen, these are the great things that Kofikrom Pharmacy bring to you. I would now want to invite the chairman of the day, once again, Reverend Seth Fiankulabi, as he gives us the closing remarks for the day.